Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and today in the 10th episode of Pro Cycling Manager 2016 with Currywurst Hero Dicky McSpeck, we are going to figure out how we are planning ahead, because the season is coming to an end. And as you can see on the last part of the season, there is really just one little event apart from these. That is interesting. So where would those be? Far, far in the distance. We have plenty of points to spend, so we can just sign up for those, I guess. Doesn't really hurt us. So let's do that. And then we have to check out the Köln-Rundfahrt. We just finished the tour of Berlin, which we won really easily, but it came down to the wire just by, I think, 2 seconds. We won by 2 seconds. Because there was a mad Australian time trialer who took 1 minute and 20 on us in the 25 kilometer time trial stage, and that we had to attack back, and the very final stage ended in a mass sprint with Dicky just inching ahead of his competition, getting the 10-second bonus and thus becoming first overall. It was rather brilliant. And now, so Oberösterreich-Rundfahrt. Yes, that sounds like something not really for us. But then, hold your horses. Maybe it is, because this is a hilly stage and McSpeck is becoming a bit more compatible to hills. So second stage is almost looking fine. Almost. And it's counted as a flat stage, but there's lots of opportunity for good rubber banding in here. And then the third stage, even though it says hilly stage, yes, there are some pretty rough hills in here, and those are steep, I think. But if we do that correctly, then we might be able to get across without dying, and we could get some placing, so it isn't too bad. But Köln-Rundfahrt is... that is quite a stage. Single stage race with lots of steep, small hills in here. Should be really good for our rubber banding master technique. Apart from the first hill here, but that shouldn't matter too much because the escape groups will form in the first stretch here and then it will settle down. So I guess once we are at the top, the speed hasn't increased overall that much just yet. Then we have the G-Port tour here. This would be this one. And here we have a sprinter stage, so this would be something for us. This is said to be a hilly stage, but I think this would be compatible to McSpeck. This isn't. I think you can see why, but this will be really interesting to ride with McSpeck, so that we really can see how fucking bad he is at riding in the mountains, because this will kill him. This will so kill him. And then we have another easy stage, or easier stage. This looks like a perfect stage for a breakaway to get through because it's so undulated. Nothing really major in there. But this definitely looks like something for McSpeck again, so we don't have to just overlook this one. It looks good. It looks really good for us. Budapest Grand Prix, that is not for us. Apart from if we would be able to get to the top here among the first group and then in the downhill get down there, but I doubt it. But we can try. One thing to consider with these races is also interesting, because these numbers mean type and category, where the type is either a single stage race, a one-day race, that is 1, and a tour is 2, and then its rating, its class is 1 or 2, and we have so far only raced in, I think, 2s. That is usually a much worse category. Yes, we have only raced in 2s. So if we race in this Köln-Rundfahrt, this is actually like a proper race with better opponents. So there won't be any stomping by Max Speck in the final stretches of the stage. A little harder. This one should be reasonably easy still, a 2-2. And this one is a 2-2 under 23, so this means this will be comparatively easy, but that also means, well, it has a mountain stage in it, so we are fucked anyway. But this one is another single day race of category 2, so we might be able to get something in there. Anyway, so with this in mind, I think we cannot really be fit for the Köln-Rundfahrt. That is more or less impossible because we will be completely out of rhythm. There is nothing for us to train here. So I think we are just going to disregard this stuff and try to come in from low here and then train ourselves up and then get a final go at this. And these are far too far away though. I don't know what we are going to do with those. But let's set up our training plan. So we don't want to have Max Speck go too hard. This bar should be below 25 if possible. And here is the Köln-Rundfahrt. So if we start training up ourselves again, like this, we get above average fitness there. That should be good. If we do like this, then we are just getting a bit too soggy in the freshness department. So let's leave it at that and just hammer through these training weeks, and I'll see you at the Köln-Rundfahrt. Oh yes, here you can see what I meant. This is a much higher quality field than we have seen so far. There were proper sprinters in there. Every single one of them would stomp Max Speck in a heartbeat. So, what does this lead us to? Well, I guess superior tactics, lots of rubber banding to trying to equalize the strength deficit, and just a little bit of luck, I guess, with race day condition, but considering our dodgy shape, I'm not having too high hopes. We have a 0, and a 0 means negative things right now, because we're not good enough. Alright, this will be tough. So let's check out the race profile. This mountain isn't too bad. Has some flatter bits to it, it has just a little steep peak, and the rest of it looks fairly doable, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Peloton is reasonably large, which means that rubber banding should work pretty well. Alright, let's roll. Oh, that was fortunate, really fortunate. We got a breakaway group right at the start, and they are not chasing them. So there are only 5 riders up front. That shouldn't be too hard. And now we can relax and just move up these hills, it seems. I just hope there are not too many Spaniards and Italians in here who set a pace that is too punishing. Here we get a little bit of information about the climb. This is done for every proper stage which was recreated from a real life setting accurately, and you can see it's a very long climb. It's 14.9 kilometers long, but the average gradient is just 4.3%, so we climb 832 meters. That's a lot for a little cannonball, but compared to the Alps or something, this is easy peasy. Max Speck is doing well so far. The first half of the mountain was done at a pretty easy pace, and now they're accelerating. But Max Speck is still holding up pretty well in front at 60, while the others are now sacrificing a bit of their resistance bar. Oh, now we are rubber banding at an insane speed. Everyone is passing us, and we are across the mountain. Oh, there is a fall somewhere. Whoop, they're right next to me. Okay. That was a bit lucky. And the peloton is holding together. Yes, they are. So now things will settle down a bit. And they will all come together a bit more at this little step. There we are. There's the little step. And then Mekshbek can get back to the others on the downhill section here. We are into the next little hill and they are riding hard. I think I'll be going to get over this one reasonably well too, but the speed is rather punishing and the rubber banding has ended right here. And I think I have to up the speed in order to stick to them. Mekshbek, go, 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 accelerate. 75, not enough. Yes, he just about stuck there. Very good. We are setting this to 70. Try to get back a little bit. And then just make sure that we hang on without splitting off from the peloton. Oh, this is really tough going here. Now we have done all the hill at an effort of 80 effort cursor. And we just can't hold on. That is some stiff competition right here. I think we have to get to 90 shortly to just hang on. There we are in the downhill. Okay, now we can take a little bit of a breather, but we need to get to the front still.
There's a sustained rhythm at the moment. Some riders definitely won't be able to keep up.
And here you can see what the difference is between a Category 2 single stage race and a Category 1 single stage race. We are just chasing down the escape group as normal and we had this crazy speed across all those little hills, and all of my team apart from Kinter are basically dead and can't hang on for much any longer. And I also have used quite a bit of my bar. Now I'm back in position though, and I hope I can regain a little bit of my stamina here, my resistance bar, the yellow bar. So this hill is up and coming, and it's 2.7 kilometers long and an average gradient of 7.0%. That is pretty steep, and we can see it right here. And I am at the front of the peloton, which should help a lot. I'm going to rubber band as crazy as possible over this one. And here you can see what I mean. I just am at the foot of this hill, 2.7 kilometers to go. And I am right at the top of the peloton, and now I can just hang in here and see. If we take this position, then let's see if I can rubber band a little bit. Keep my composure without dropping dead. Oh, people are moving now. Speed is increasing like crazy. We almost made it. Yes, many people are passing me, but that worked out. We have the exact same problem here once again, and this is such a harsh tempo they are riding. I don't know if this will be as easy, because there's not a downhill section right afterwards, which is as long and nice to recover. But we'll try. Alright, let's get to the front, Mekshbek. As far as you can go. That is pretty decent. Taking it at a speed of 70, and now we are in the incline. 7.8%, 8%, 8.5%, and we are well inside here. Let's hope someone pushes us up the slope. Oh, we are doing reasonably well, but this pace is just so punishing. And I think there might be a bit of a gap building up here. Ah, shit, man. That is rough. So 80, let's see if we can get back to those guys up front.
Riders are in a portion above 10%.
There's another little hill here. Maybe then we are across. We just have to hang on here. The terrain doesn't get any easier, but there's a little breather here now. A bit of flat and then a long downhill section. I really need to get up to the front and just recuperate a little bit of that yellow bar, because this is rough. We have 2 very steep hills left, and for those we need more than just this half yellow bar we have left. I think this is the perfect time to start talking a little bit about the green bar, because this really comes into play here now. The green bar is the stamina bar, which we today don't have too much of, 62 instead of our normal 63. The green bar is basically the base of your speed, and once that is gone, you are overall just so much slower. And what we are seeing here now is that McSpec will have to put in an increasing amount of effort to keep up with the speed of people who have more stamina, more green bar left. And that is why it's so tough going here already, and there's still 55 kilometers and 2 rough hills left. So now we hope to be rubber banding and not splitting up, but what I see coming here in the next one is that the peloton will split up and we will be on the losing side of that end. And the green bar probably will disappear more or less completely until we are at the finish, and that is a grim prospect indeed. So they are riding so hard that many groups have formed now, and this is like proper racing. So far it was seal clubbing, and this is now what it really will be like, and this shows you how much more we have to get done before in increase in stats before we are actually competitive in the higher spheres of bike racing with McSpec. We made it to the top right before our red bar ran out. So that is pretty decent, but we can't do much more than just try to hang on and see where we place. Yeah, you can see it here. The peloton has 3 minutes on us now. And that is the major split which occurred on the final hill, which caused this. And we didn't stand a chance in this one. 7 kilometers away from the finish, now 6. And I popped the bacon bar, but that won't help at all. It is just too tough, far too tough for McSpec. Now the bacon bar is active, we have regained a little bit of our sprint capabilities, and we will outsprint the others for like 100th position or something. So now we are coming up to the end, and McSpec has no power left, nothing is in him, and we are just happy it is over. There we go. Huh, yeah, it turns out I wasn't kidding when I was saying that the competition would be a bit stiffer in a 1-1 race than in a 1-2 race. And that difference was so major that it turned from seal clubbing into being the seal. And that wasn't a pretty sight, but now we very much know what we need to improve, and that is basically everything. But the most, well, what hindered us from competing the most definitely was our skill in hills. And this we will see in all the major single day races there are that are a little bit more hilly, that we don't have the stamina and we don't have the skill in hills in order to compete, and that is what we are training for. That is why Dicky wants to become a puncher. Alright, that should be all for today. I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.